The Tower Stadium had swallowed every team that dared enter. Now, on its first floor, a lone rookie stood against a nightmare.
Don't freeze. Move.
He ducked under a clawed swipe and drove forward with the ball, his heart hammering against his ribs.
One opening. That's all I need.
With a swift, desperate strike, the ball sailed past the massive goalkeeper and ripped into the back of the net.
I scored. But the goalpost, it's glowing.
The goalpost blazed with brilliant golden light. The ground trembled, and a staircase of pure radiance materialized, spiraling upward.
You are not alone. I can guide you through this tower, but you have to keep climbing.
A voice? Out of nowhere? Is this a trap?
No time for doubt. The next floor is already forming ahead. Climb now.
Yamato bounded up the luminous stairs, his shadow stretching behind him. The air grew colder with every step.
I am Misaki. I was a manager for the last team that entered this cursed place.
The last team. Then what happened to them?
They never returned. None do. This tower has 100 floors, and only scoring goals opens the path up.
Yamato's fists clenched. 100 floors, no survivors, and he was alone.
No survivors. But I came here to find something. I won't stop now.
The next floor takes shape ahead. It won't be as easy as the first. Stay sharp.
The staircase ended before a massive stone door, carved with a number 2 that glowed dimly. Yamato pushed it open. Beyond it, a new pitch stretched into darkness. The stands empty, but looming. Somewhere in the shadows, something snarled.
Here goes nothing. I didn't come to lose.
2 shadows detached from the fog, small but swift, their eyes burning with hollow hunger.
Fast. Too fast. No way. I can outrun them both.
He feinted left, cut right, and hurdled a lunging tackle. The ball stayed glued to his feet. A sharp diagonal shot. The ball tore into the net. The goalpost flared with light.
Good strike. But you can't win this tower alone. Every floor after this will need a team.
A dusty lot. A rag ball. A boy who played until the streetlights came on. That was him, once.
When did it stop being fun? That laughter feels like another life.
Yamato bent over, gasping. Every muscle screamed. The ghost of that joy cut deeper than any monster's claw.
I can't keep this up. What was I even fighting for?
The staircase to the 3rd floor appeared. He stared at it, his shadow trembling in the golden glow. He dragged himself up the glowing stairs. Floors 3, 4, 5 blurred into a nightmare of shadows and pain. His lungs burned, his legs screamed, but he cleared each one.
Barely. Kept the ball. Survived. But I'm running on empty.
On the 6th floor, the relentless assault finally broke him. 3 massive monsters cornered him against the stone wall, their claws scraping the ground.
I am overriding the door to a safe room. Get out of there now.
A section of the wall slid open with a grinding screech, revealing a dusty passage. He dove inside, just as claws tore through where his head had been. The passage ended in an old locker room, dim and silent. On a bench, a lone figure sat hunched, his red ponytail hanging limp.
You are a survivor? How long have you been here?
Survivor? Just a ghost who stopped running. Weeks. Maybe years. Time doesn't matter anymore.
Then help me climb. I can't do this alone. We could still.
Climb to where? There's nothing up there but more pain. I already watched my team die. I won't watch another.
Then I am not leaving. I'll stay here too, if I have to. You think you are the only one who's seen the game die? I had a best friend once.
He remembered his closest friend signing a multi-million contract, eyes hollow as a mannequin's. The beautiful game sold its soul.
What happened to him?
He became a superstar, but I never saw him smile on the pitch again. He'd forgotten why we played.
Warning. Floor 7 will collapse in 3 minutes, unless you score. The timer's already running.
3 minutes? That's insane. Why would I walk into that?
Because staying here is just a slower death. At least out there, we go down fighting for something.
Rio stared at his tattered boots. Then, slowly, he reached down and pulled the laces tight.
Fine. But if this kills us both, I am blaming you for eternity.
They burst through the stone door onto floor 7. A giant holographic clock read 2:47 and falling.
The goalposts are shifting. They're not stationary. You'll have to read their movement.
Rio exploded forward, red ponytail streaking behind him. He weaved past 2 shadows, but a third lunged from the flank.
I am cut off. 3 on me. I can't shoot.
Rio, fake, right, then bolt. I'll find you.
Yamato threaded a perfect pass through the legs of a charging monster. The ball curved, defying the shifting goalposts. Rio, now free, met it with a full volley strike. The ball ripped into the net just as the clock hit 0.
We actually did it, you crazy fool. We pulled it off.
For a heartbeat. Rio just stared at the glowing goalpost. Then the corner of his mouth twitched upward. Something cracked open inside. The staircase blazed to life, sealing their victory. Side by side, they climbed, the silence between them warmer than before. Yamato and Rio ascended through floors 11 to 15, a gauntlet of collapsing pitches and swarming shadows.
Every step feels like it's carved into my bones. We're barely scratching the surface, aren't we?
I am picking up a faint life sign on floor 16. Someone's still alive in there.
Beyond the door, a stone cage sat at the center of the pitch. Inside, a silver-haired defender stood motionless.
You shouldn't have come. This floor was designed to break teams. No one scores past that wall.
The cage was sealed by an energy lock. Before the goalpost stood a solid wall of monstrous defenders, immovable.
A wall? We break it together. Rio, draw them wide. I'll find the gap.
They executed a rapid 1-2, Rio dragging 2 defenders to the right. Yamato threaded a pass over a lunging shadow. Rio met it with a thunderous volley. The net rippled, and the cage shattered into a cascade of golden shards.
Thank you. I'll fight with you, but my story isn't pretty. Don't expect much.
By floor 20, the silence between them had teeth. Every pass felt like a test, every glance a judgment.
You are too slow, Sora. That last block nearly got us flanked. Speed is everything here.
Speed got your last team killed. Recklessness isn't bravery. It's a funeral waiting to happen.
Stop. We're not enemies. Rio, Sora is right about caution. Sora, we need his speed. We fit together if we let ourselves.
He's right, but I need to tell you something. I haven't been fully honest about how I survived.
Yamato's mind flickered to another betrayal. His friend, signing the contract, eyes empty, the pitch a stage for greed.
Lies and secrets. That's what killed football out there. Is this tower the same?
My team was sacrificed on floor 80. I hid inside a control room while I heard their screams. I didn't fight. I didn't save anyone.
So, you are just a coward who got lucky. And now you are leading us to the same slaughter.
Misaki's confession hung in the air like frost. The team stood fractured, but the stairs above still glowed, waiting. They climbed 4 more floors in a fog of suspicion and guilt. Then the door to floor 25 opened, and the air turned to ice.
Number, not this. My whole team. Every face I let down. They're screaming that I ran.
He's there. The rookie I promised to shield. His eyes ask why I froze when the tackle came.
That voice. That same cold smirk. My best friend telling me I'll never be good enough.
It's a mental trap. The floor is shaping your regrets into illusions. You have to push through together.
No more. These memories don't own us. We're still standing, still fighting, and I refuse to lose anyone else.
His shout shattered the spell. The phantoms flickered, and Rio's tear-streaked face twisted into something fierce. They moved as one. Ryo's blistering run, Sora's pinpoint block, Yamato's final pass, and Ryo's volley exploded past the Phantom Keeper.
I saw my whole team die again, but this time, I chose to move.
Because of you.
The staircase blazed to life, and they ascended, wounds raw but hearts steadier than stone. Floors, 26 to 40, passed in a blur of light and motion. The trio moved as one, their trust now instinct.
These monsters, they're wearing actual kits, using formations, like we're fighting ghosts of real players.
The tower is alive. The monsters are souls, players who lost their love for the game.
We're still playing, still believing. How are we any different from these lost souls?
The door to floor 41 opened. On a shattered pitch stood a man, not a monster.
So, you still believe in the game. Show me if your faith can survive the truth.
How does he know? That voice. It's not a monster. He was someone great.
Rio's hands clenched, Sora's breath caught. The man's presence weighed like a decade of grief.
That energy, it's Akira, the legendary striker who vanished. He should be dead.
The tower has fed you lies. Pass this floor, and I'll reveal the truth. This tower is a dying wish. The spirit of football created it to find one soul who still plays for joy. Every monster you faced was once a player like me. Lost love, trapped. The world forgot the game's soul. I was like you. I thought scoring was enough, but without joy, we become hollow. The spirit is fading. Climb the summit. Answer the spirit's question. Play for nothing but love. Save us all.
Akira smiled one last time and dissolved into a cascade of golden sparks. The old leather ball remained in Yamato's shaking hands.
This ball, it remembers. The fun, the laughter. Everything I locked away.
100 floors of lost souls, and we're supposed to be the ones who fix it.
Yamato, the tower chose you. But the final trial won't just be about skill. It'll test your heart.
No pressure. Just the weight of a dying spirit and every lost soul. I have to try.
The staircase roared to life, pulsing with desperate light. They climbed, carrying a relic and a promise that felt like a planet on their shoulders. They stopped on a stone landing, gasping. The truth, Akira revealed, pressed on their chests like a second gravity.
We're not chosen ones. We're 3 people who barely survived. How can we fix an entire dying spirit?
Every floor we clear, we're just breaking more souls. Maybe we're just adding to the pile.
Number. Akira chose to believe. The ball remembers joy. I can feel it. We can't let the world's cynicism win.
As he spoke, the old leather ball in his hands flickered with a gentle golden light, warm against his palms.
This is proof. The game isn't dead. It's just forgotten. We can remind it. We can remind us. We can remind ourselves.
You really think there's a point to all this suffering? That we won't just end up like Akira?
If we stop now, we'll never know, and I am tired of not knowing.
One by one, they straightened. The doubt didn't vanish, but resolve grew over it like scar tissue. They turned to the stairs. The light beckoned, and they climbed heavier, but unbroken. Floors 42 to 49 passed not in violence, but in sorrow. Each boss was a broken player, and Yamato spoke before he scored.
You were a left winger. You played on a dirt field with friends. That joy is still in you. Let it out.
As the soul dissolved into golden sparks, Akira's old ball pulsed warmly in his grasp. It grew brighter with every release.
He's not just breaking them, he's giving them peace. I've never seen anything like it.
Then the door to floor 50 opened, and the air turned sterile. Not a dungeon pitch, a perfect replica of a corporate stadium.
The stands, filled with mannequins. The banners, the logos. It's the same one. The place that killed my friend's smile.
Yamato's legs locked. His breath stopped. The ball at his feet might as well have been a stone.
Yamato, snap out of it. 3 monster defenders are closing in. You have to move.
I can't hold them. They're coordinated like a real team. Sora's down. Yamato, we need you.
But Yamato couldn't move. The ghosts of a sold-out game held him tighter than any claw.
That day, the contract, his smile. The last real one I ever saw had already died.
A voice cold and familiar slithered from the boss monster. Football is just business, Yamato. Your dreams are worthless.
That's his voice. My best friend, twisted into this. What did the world do to you?
Sora lay crumpled near the sideline, blood trickling from her temple. Ryo shielded her, his own body battered.
They're going to die if you don't move. Yamato, snap out of it. Your team needs you now.
Something inside Yamato snapped not the chains, but the lock. His leg drew back, fueled by years of buried rage. He didn't aim for the goal, he aimed at the soul of this cursed stadium. The strike was a howl of defiance. The stadium's pristine glass cracked. The boss monster staggered, its form flickering. But the goalpost remained dark, unbroken.
Not enough. I still can't reach it. But my legs, they're mine again. I won't freeze.
Yamato straightened, chest heaving. The shattered glass rained down around him, but the floor's grip was still unyielding. The boss monster's jagged form softened. Through the cracks, a familiar face emerged, a young man with hollow eyes. He spoke, voice trembling. Yamato, I forgot how to have fun. Free me, please.
That's him. The real him. Not a monster, just lost.
A memory surfaced, a dusty lot, a rag ball, and two boys laughing until the streetlights came on.
We played for this. For the laugh after a goal. No money, no fame. Just that feeling.
With a feather-soft touch, he sent the ball curving. Not a strike, a gift. The net rippled like a gentle wave. The trapped soul burst into a cascade of warm light. A whispered, "Thank you," echoed. Then silence. The corporate stadium shattered away, replaced by a simple, sunlit pitch. The grass smelled of earth and old games. Sora pushed herself up, dazed but alive. Ryo exhaled, the ghost of a grin cracking his worry. The staircase blazed to life, and they ascended. Yamato carried his friend's peace like a flame. They tore through floors, 51 to 70. A relentless ascent of compassion and skill. Each gentle goal freed a soul, and the old ball drank in the light. Akira's ball now blazed like a small sun in Yamato's grip, its warmth soothing their aching muscles and steadying their hearts.
The energy grid is collapsing. I am seeing massive structural failure spreading upward from the lower levels.
How long until this whole place comes crashing down on our heads?
Minutes, maybe less. The floors you cleared are already gone. I've lost all sensor contact below floor 30.
A monstrous roar erupted from the depths. Chunks of stone the size of cars plummeted past them, grazing the staircase.
This tower was already dying. Now it's tearing itself apart. We can't outrun it forever.
We're not outrunning it forever. We're outrunning it to the summit. Just keep climbing.
They sprinted upward, legs burning, lungs on fire. The staircase's glow flickered as the collapse gnawed closer. Behind them, whole floors crumbled into the void. 30 levels left. The tower screamed around them, but so did their resolve. They burst onto floor 80, an ancient altar carved with sacrificial runes. The goalpost stood caged, demanding blood. A voice thundered from the stone. One soul must remain to feed the stair. Choose or perish together.
Let me stay. I've already outrun death too many times.
No, I'll do it. You two have the fire to reach the summit.
Nobody else gets left behind. There has to be another way.
He drove the ball hard at the cage. It struck the bars and fell dead. The runes only glowed brighter, unmoved.
The floor is splitting. Yamato, whatever you are planning, it has to be now.
Yamato's mind raced. He met Ryo's eyes and sent a soft retreating pass. A gift, not a shot.
Take it back. I can't. Just finish this.
Yamato struck from the heart of their combined trust. The net rippled, the cage shattered, and the tower roared its approval. The staircase groaned and splintered, its width shrinking to a single climber's path. The tower refused the weight of 3.
This is as far as we go. The stairs won't hold 3. You have to finish this alone.
We'll hold the collapse back as long as we can. Go. Every second you waste mocks our choice.
No. I didn't risk everything just to abandon you. There has to be another way.
We're not dying. We're buying time for the dream. Don't let our bet be worthless.
Yamato. The link. Fracturing. Summit. Trust the joy.
Yamato hugged them, fast, fierce, then turned to the thinning stairs. Akira's old ball flared against his chest. Step by step, he climbed alone into the silence. The roar of ruin faded, leaving only the beat of his heart. The stairs dissolved behind him. He stood in an infinite white void, a single glowing goalpost, and an ethereal presence awaiting.
So, this is the summit. Akira, everyone, I am here. I'll answer.
I was born from the first child's laugh at a kicked ball. Now I am Ash, forgotten. Why do you play? Answer with the truth of your heart.
Because it's fun. From the dirt to this void. Every strike, every pass, it made me feel alive.
Prove it. Play now. Not for a wish. Not for my life. Just for the joy.
I remember. The dusty lot, my friends' laugh, the sunset after a winning goal. That was football. This is for the boy I was, and for everyone who forgot. This is for fun.
He weaved through empty space, every step a memory, every touch a celebration. The goalpost drew closer, not as a challenge, but an invitation. With a feather-light kick, he sent the ball curving, a perfect arc, not of force, but of freedom. The net rippled like a sunrise. The void bloomed with a flood of color, and the spirit's fading form began to glow, steady and bright.
You remembered. Thank you, Yamato. The game lives again.
The spirit spread its arms, and the tower answered. Stone by stone, it began to unravel into golden thread.
Now, let every trapped soul remember the joy and walk free.
Hundreds of luminous figures poured from the crumbling walls, their shackles dissolving. Akira was among them, smiling. The summit split open to a brilliant sky. Below, the dark spire had become a sunlit public pitch. A column of light descended, carrying Yamato down to the new field. The old ball in his hands was now just leather. Worn but real. Rio and Sora were there, battered but grinning, standing at the edge of the pitch. Misaki stumbled out of a collapsed doorway, rubbing her eyes.
You actually did it. You madman, you saved us all.
Yamato couldn't speak. He just opened his arms, and they crashed into him. Even Sora's shoulders shook with quiet laughter. The freed souls encircled them, translucent and shimmering, applauding without sound. The spirit watched from the sky, now a constellation of joy. The tower stadium was gone. In its place, a pitch where anyone could play. The game was alive, and it was free. Misaki spotted them and sprinted, tears already streaming.
You are alive. I saw the tower crumble and thought. I thought everyone was gone.
We're all here. Thanks to him. And thanks to you for guiding us.
Rio pulled Misaki into the huddle, and they held each other, laughing and crying. The freed souls drifted upward, waving farewell. Akira lingered, his smile full of peace. Then they dissolved into the sky, leaving only the warmth of their gratitude. Yamato looked at the old ball. No glow, just scuffed leather. But it held every memory.
The game lives. Not in spirits or towers. In us.
He tucked the ball under his arm. The pitch was ready. In the distance, the sun set on a field that would never be empty again. Days later, the pitch was never silent. Children and adults passed the ball, their laughter a constant hum. A discarded newspaper fluttered against a goalpost, its headline bold. Mystery pitch appears. Football fever returns. Yamato and his team claimed a corner of the field for their own casual game, passing the ball without keeping score.
He shoots. He scores. And the crowd goes mild.
You call that a shot? My grandmother has more power.
Yamato stepped back, watching them bicker and laugh. A quiet warmth spread through his chest. He looked up at the sky. A single tear traced his cheek, unashamed. In the wind, a familiar voice whispered, "The spirit, no longer dying."
Thank you for remembering.
Yamato smiled, the old ball at his feet. The game was home, and it always would be.